And then our cat died, and I gotta tell you about this cat for a second, because this cat was an asshole. The whole time I knew him, he was an asshole. When my wife my wife already had him when we started dating. And I'm allergic to cats, which I only found out because I started living with a cat, and I went to an allergist, and he was like, dude, do you have a cat? And I go, yeah. And he goes, do you have to keep it? And I was like, well, it kind of came with the girlfriend. And he goes, do you have to keep her? His medical advice was to break up with my girlfriend. So for 14 years, I took 2 pills and 1 nasal spray so I could coexist with this cat. And the way he thanked me for my sacrifice was by scratching me till I bled once a week, and then running under our bed and taking a shit under our bed every time he got the chance. And every time he would do that, my wife would be like, she'd be like, this is a bad sign. This is what cats do when they're about to die. And I'd go, thank God. And then I'd take him to the vet, and he'd be like, no, he's perfectly healthy. And I'm like, are you serious? And he goes, yeah, he's gonna live a long, healthy life. And I go, is there nothing you can do? Before he died, I believed that thing that people say where they're like, your pets are part of your family just like any human. I used to believe that. I don't believe it anymore. Because when you guys are against me already, I can feel it. Thank you. You hate animals also? Hell yeah, dude. Because when you get a pet, you imagine their final days, you just like, your whole family gathers around and hugs them together, you kiss them on the face and then send them over the Rainbow Bridge or whatever the Instagram influencers say these days. That's not what happened with our cat. He was in perfect health 2 weeks earlier. We wake up that morning, he's sprawled out dead in our living room. It didn't look peaceful. It looked like he was in pain. I was going, why are you laughing at that? What the fuck? Jesus. I go to let my dog out, I'm trying to let my dog out in the yard, and she notices the dead cat right away. She starts flinging his lifeless body all over the living room. She's getting revenge for all the violence he's perpetrated against her for years. And my daughter's walking down the stairs, and I go, no, stay up there, stay up there. And I take the cat and I shove him in a box and I put him in the garage so we can deal with it later, which is not how I would deal with a human being dying in my family. But he died on an inconvenient day. It was the day my wife had planned my sister's entire baby shower, and so I shoved him in a box, put him in the garage, wore sunglasses, cried behind him the whole day. Nobody noticed. We get our daughter home. I sit her down and I go, hey, we want you to know Tuffy, he was very old and he was very sick. Last night he passed away. My daughter starts crying hard, and we're like, oh, thank God, empathy. Holy shit. We dodged a bullet on this one. Maybe a literal bullet in her case. And then she stops crying abruptly and she goes, wait, are we gonna have him stuffed? And I go, why would you think we're gonna have him stuffed? No, we're not gonna have him stuffed. And she goes, well, I have a lot of stuffed animals in my bedroom.